Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, today's video. Louisiana meat pie. Now today we're going to be looking at a Louisiana meat pie recipe, better known as the Natchitoches Meat Pie. Now in Natchitoches, Louisiana, this is considered the meat pie capital of the state. They throw festivals each year for these things and it's crazy good. Now it's a little bit of work to it when you make your own dough, but there's a cheat to that. You can head down to the grocery store, get you some Pillsbury pastry dough, and you'll be good to go. But today, we're gonna make ours from scratch. Without any further ado, let's get to the kitchen so I can show you what I'm talking about. Here are most of the ingredients. I'm gonna have the full recipe in the description box below. We're going to go ahead and get started by getting our dry ingredients mixed together. Now, I'm using a KitchenAid mixer. You can use a whisk, a spatula, whatever you have available, but I have a KitchenAid, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now, I want to get all my ingredients into this bowl, turn the mixer on, and make sure that everything is well incorporated. Now that the dry ingredients are well incorporated, I'm going to start adding the butter. Now this butter was room temperature, then I put it in the refrigerator to chill for about 30 minutes. Now you want to mix the butter in until it just starts to break down and the flour sticks to it and it just looks like a bunch of little pebbles in the bowl. Now we're going to go ahead and mix together our wet ingredients, which consist of our eggs and milk. Just go ahead and give this a good whisk, make sure everything's well incorporated, and then we'll move on from there. Now I'm going to take this egg and milk mixture and mix it in with our dry ingredients. Now if you're using a KitchenAid mixer like me, replace this paddle with the dough hook. I didn't do that. It worked out just the same, but it's a little easier if you go ahead and use the dough hook. Now we want to mix this just until everything comes together and forms a dough, and then we're going to get ready to knead it. Now we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of flour on our work surface, and I'm going to remove the dough from the mixing bowl, and we're going to knead it just for a few minutes until it comes together, tightens up a little bit, and becomes more of a uniform dough. Now after about 3 minutes or so, you're going to notice it gets a little bit harder to knead the dough, and that's where we're going to stop. Then we're going to form this into a nice disc shape. Wrap it in the saran wrap and then throw it in the refrigerator and let it chill while we make our filling. Now that our dough is finished and chilling in the fridge, we're going to get our vegetables prepped for this filling. Now I've got most of it done. I just wanted to show you here with the celery that we are going to chop this down into a small dice. You don't want your vegetables too big. Remember, this is a filling going into a pastry, so you want everything kind of uniform. I have a frying pan that I put on a medium-high heat, and we're going to add a little bit of vegetable oil. Now once the vegetable oil comes up to temperature, we're going to add our ground beef and our ground pork, and we're going to brown it for a little bit, season it with some salt and pepper, a little West Coast Cajun Cuisine's Creole seasoning, and cook it till it's about 3/4 of the way done. Now that we got our meat nice and browned, we're going to go ahead and add our vegetables. Now once we get the vegetables in there, we just want to give it a quick mix. Saute this for about 5 minutes or so to get those vegetables to start to soften up. After about 5 minutes or so, you're going to start seeing your onions turn translucent. That's when you want to go ahead and add the garlic. Once we get the garlic in there, give it a quick mix, let it saute for about a minute or so, and then we're going to add a tablespoon of flour. And once we get the flour in there, you want to make sure that's well incorporated. And then after that, we're just going to let it cook down for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to add about a half a cup of beef stock. Get that beef stock in there, let it get well incorporated with that flour. It's going to get thick, and we're just going to let that simmer for about another 5 minutes. Alright, I have removed the filling from the heat. I have set it to the side. We're going to let that come down to room temperature. In the meantime, we are going to take 1 whole egg, 1 tablespoon of water, whisk that together, and make an egg wash. Now our filling has come down to room temperature. We have taken the dough out of the refrigerator, and now we're going to pull a piece off that's about 4 to 6 ounces. We're going to place that onto a floured work surface, and we're going to roll that out with a rolling pin until it's about a 6-inch diameter by 1/8 inch thick piece of dough. Now we're going to take about 2 tablespoons of that filling, and we're going to place it right in the center of our dough. Now we're going to take that egg wash, and we're just going to brush it across half of that edge there, and then we're going to take the other half and fold it over. Alright, press it with your fingers just a little bit, make sure it seals, and then we're going to take a fork and we're going to crimp the edges, and that's going to solidify that seal. Now while we were making these meat pies, I had a Dutch oven on my stove at a medium heat, filled about halfway up with vegetable oil, coming up to temperature. I want to bring it up to about 365 degrees. Now I actually want to fry these meat pies at 350, but when you first drop them into the oil, it's going to drop the temperature. So that's why I like to go a little bit above my target temperature, and then I will regulate the heat to try and maintain at 350 degrees. Now we want to fry these until they're a nice golden brown. Now the filling is already cooked, so maintaining our oil at 350 degrees is going to give us the confidence that our dough cooks through, and that's why we cook the color and not time. Now I'm going to go ahead and slice into one of these beautiful little meat pies. Now this one is the traditional. It's just a filling stuffed into the pastry. Now personally, I like to add a little bit of Monterey Jack cheese, maybe a little bit of cheddar, and that is what's so great about cooking, right? Experiment with it. Make it your own. That's what I love about it. You know what else I love? The fact that you made it to the end of this video. Now look, if you haven't already and you'd like to subscribe, click here. If you want to check out one of the other videos on this channel, check out this playlist, or YouTube thinks this is the video you may want to watch. Either way, click one of those and I'll see you there.